Hello, everyone, and welcome to Path Through Time. My name is Dakota, your PM, your DM, your GM, and sitting to my left is somebody who is currently drowning in peanut butter.
Hello, I cannot breathe over all this peanut butter. I am Jacob. I will be playing um, Zeal the Mimikyu, and to my left is someone who loved jelly donuts a little too much.
My fault, they're pretty good. I'm Pixel Pluto, and I'm playing Chris, the very young child Buizel.
When you say very young, how young is very young?
He's young.
Did you say 8 young?
A little bit older, like maybe 9 young.
Okay, 9 young. We got
And
there.
he's...
Okay, you guys have probably realized by now this is once again not a main series episode. Once again, I will not get too into details, but our co-hosts currently are going through some, let's say, life issues right now. We had to postpone recording. I don't think we've recorded in close to like 2 months, so we ran out of our backlog. We had the Christmas episode posted, and now I don't want to leave you guys empty, so we are doing a little bit of a mini series. If we get main series episodes posted, this series will be posted in between those, like in the because we release every other week. So if we have an episode for you, this mini series will continue to be posted, but on the opposite week that our main episodes will be released. So don't worry. Once we actually get together, which hopefully soon, we'll have that out for you. But for now, I'm not going to leave you guys without any content. So here is what I got for you. We got here Jacob and Pixel. We are going to be doing, if you couldn't tell by the title, a murder mystery mini series. This is a series I'm expecting to take about 3 to 4 episodes, and it's going to be the characters solving a murder mystery case. We've been doing a lot of specifically murder mystery, but if you've listened to the recent episodes of PTT, we've been doing a lot of mystery cases. So I'm really hoping this one's going to be fun, because I had a lot of fun doing the mystery case for the end of Arc 2. Anyway, let us, we don't have a recap. Do you guys have anything to add before we get into it?
Um, I would like to describe Zeal,
Go for it.
if that's alright. So, Zeal is a Mimikyu that is wearing a normal a Pikachu outfit, but it is a shiny Pikachu, so it's a little brighter yellow, like a brand new Pikachu outfit. So it is, I guess you could say it's a young Mimikyu, because I do want to say that the shiny version of Mimikyu is god awful, in my opinion.
What is this invisible
That's our
Mimikyu?
hot take for this episode.
What? I don't know what it looks like. Oh, it's silver. It's just black and white, actually. I actually don't hate that.
It's not
Sorry.
bad, but it could have been so much better. Like, I just wish they did more with, like, the Pikachu clones. Like, I love Emolga with its flying electric typing and it being a Pikachu clone, and just, probably not the place to get into it.
I know somebody who's listening to this that is going to agree with you way too hard, and you know who you are out there. Hi. What about you, Pixel? Do you got anything to add?
My Buizel, he's very... Oh, what's the word? Innocent. He doesn't know most of how the world works, which will be very funny. He's your stereotypical extrovert who has the wide eyes. He's very big eyes, and he's a very cute guy.
Okay. As Buizels typically are. I don't know if we got that on recording earlier or not, but Buizel is my favorite water type, so I am not partial in any way to what Pokemon you're playing, but I love Weasel with all my heart. So I think with yeah, go on.
No, that's all I got.
Okay, with that, we are going to move on to the content. The content, whatever. Oh shit! Wait, I gotta bring up. Hold on, someone give me a random move.
Quick attack.
All right, let us. I think we might have done that one already, but doesn't matter. Let us quick attack on in. It was a dark and stormy night, and all through the house, everything was stirring, especially the band that you guys are listening to right now. You guys are in the Wigglytuff mansion in the middle of the woods. Imagine Luigi's mansion. That's pretty much what you guys are in. You guys are currently looking at the. You guys are watching the Gravel Rocks, a band you might actually know if you listen to the main feed. If up on stage you guys see Veronica, who is playing the guitar and singing. It is a metal band. And you also see John Smith, the Typhlosion, and Chandelier, the Chandelier, who is playing the drums. Did I say what? No, I didn't. John Smith is playing the violin. So I don't know how a violin fits into a metal band, but I guess it does. Um, could be playing a harp or something, so could be worse.
Well, it's kind of
So
like Weird Al Yankovic, where he has the accordion in all his
yeah, well,
songs.
Weird Al Yankovic is like a polka style artist. He does polka. I feel
Yeah.
like that fits very well. He's not a metal artist.
Well, but he does like covers of rock and all sorts of others. And he always throws in the accordion, so
Yeah.
see,
Trying to
he
think.
turns rock
What
songs into polka. So
what metal songs did Weird Al cover? Because I know he did like The Night Santa Went Crazy, obviously Amish Paradise. But what
um
I know his more popular ones, but what metal songs did he cover?
the I think another one bites the dust from Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Uh,
does more like polka type things.
and then there was one where I know the name of his song. It's called "I Love Rocky Road."
I'm assuming that's based off of "I Love Rock and Roll," but I think that's not
Yeah,
no, that's not Billy. Hold on, that's not Billy Joel. I know that. I love Billy.
I
Fucking what's his
love
name? Like
rocky
Billy
road.
Rod. I love. Oh no, that's Joan Jett. Jesus Christ. Uh,
You always find a
yes.
way. Actually,
I'm just
no,
gonna
I always
crucify
find
me
a
for.
way to
It is, yeah. Joan
diverge
Jett
the
and the Blackhearts.
conversation.
Jeez, I can't believe I called it Billy Joel. Jeez, I have that song on my playlist. I called it
David,
Billy Joel. Jeez, Billy
David
Joel did
Bowie.
like Piano Man. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna stop dating myself and get into the episode. You guys are watching the Gravel Rocks. Insert random song here. This is a song they're playing right now, and all of a sudden the lights go black. Everything goes quiet. All the electricity and stuff out. Um, a moment of silence passes, and then the entire crowd starts panicking. Everyone starts rushing for the doors, and eventually it is just a Glaceon, a Mimikyu, and a Buizel standing in the auditorium. After a little bit, the lights come back on, and you hear someone from up on the second story yelling, "Murder! Murder! Murder in the office!" And you see a Frostlass up on the balconies of the auditorium, who is hollering down to the audience, which is now mostly empty.
I was about to say, I don't think you can kill a ghost type. I thought the Frostlass was going to be the murder victim.
Yes, the Frostlass who is alive is screaming about someone being murdered. I don't
Hey,
think they're
actually, you could kill probably Frostlass just by melting her.
I just want to
Dang,
point out I
okay.
said that horribly wrong.
Well, that's pretty much what cryogonal. Is that how you say it?
Cryogonal? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a giant snowflake.
yeah. And whenever it heats up, it's vapors, or it gets turned into vapor in the Pokédex. I
Interesting.
don't know. I don't remember which one, but in one of them it says whenever it gets hot, fractional disappear, but it's because they turn into water vapor.
Okay. Let's
Fun
see.
fact for the episode: I'm full of one. This is going to be terrible.
What? You were full of
Um,
what?
full of just random conversations. Because I
Hmm,
I had my hot take in the beginning.
okay.
I don't remember what I said. Let's get to the episode. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So, well, hold on. I should also say the band is still on stage, but they're like very quiet right now.
Chris is going to just say with full confidence, "What's murder?"
The Glaceon like cocks its head over at you and is like, yeah. Did you say my name?"
Wait,
What's
what?
what what is a what'd you say murder? Is that like
Murder.
murder?
The Frostlass who is up on the balcony is still like screaming her head off. She's like, "Murder, murder, Glace or fucking Pensage dead in
Glaceon
the
did it?
halls."
Glaceon did it. He slipped. Episode's over.
So yeah, the Frostlass is looking down at you and he's like, Where did everyone go?"
They just all ran out the doors. I don't know where they went. The power went out, and then they ran out the doors, and
All right, the Frostlass looks at you and it is just like, she turns around and she runs where you assume she's trying to get back downstairs to you guys. After some time, she does in fact materialize in front of you guys, and she's like, "Are you guys the only ones here?"
Wait, listen. What happened to all the people that was?
They left. They when the blackout happened, they ran outside.
Oh, okay. So Zeal is gonna ask, where where did you find the body and where were you when you discovered it?
I was just passing through the halls, coming to visit the auditorium because the band was playing, and there's just a dead body in the middle of the hallway, and then I opened up the door to Wigglytuff's office because the body was right outside the office, and Wigglytuff was dead too.
Why did you say dead body and not dead bodies?
Look, I'm flustered, okay? Look, at first I saw one dead body, and then I saw another, and then I just started screaming murder, and now I'm down here. Can somebody help me, for the love of God?
I don't know if Mimikyu can learn it, but he uses wake up slap.
Okay, you use Wake Up Slap. It does not do much damage, and the Frostlass is already awake, so it does not have any effect on them.
Wait, I just realized, isn't wake up slap fighting type or normal type?
I thought it was normal?
might
Question
be.
mark? Wait,
It would have no effect on a ghost type Frostlass.
uh, it is a
I
fighting
just
type, yes. So it phases through Frostlass, and she is unfazed. No pun intended.
I- well,
So,
take us to the body.
okay. So you guys leave the auditorium and you guys start heading upstairs to the upper level. This mansion is a two-story building, um, and it is as you guys pass the hall, it is very nice with velvet carpet and mahogany wooden walls. It's a very stereotypical, like I said before, Luigi's mansion. So, mansion.
Victorian, kind of.
Sure, if that's what Victorian looks like, sure. I thought I thought Victorian was more like a German style village. Oh, what is Victorian?
What?
I think of like a French mansion whenever I think of Victorian.
Let me see.
I-
I might be
I was
thinking of a
thinking
different
like
style.
Marie Antoinette.
No,
kind of
yeah, you're
levels.
right. Yes. That is not what I was thinking. What is that called then? German style buildings. Uh, Carolingian. I don't know. I'm not delving into this right now. Eh, Briticana. There you go. Anyway, okay. So you guys arrive at what you assume is the office the Frostlass was screaming about, and you guys see a dead pansage on the ground with blood pooling around its head.
I cover. What's your Buizel's name? Sorry,
Chris?
Chris. Sorry, I need to write that down. So Zeal will cover Chris's eyes too.
The Frostlass is like, yeah, this is the body I found, and then this door was already left open, so I opened it, and she like opens the door, which is unlocked, and there is a Wigglytuff that is getting up off the ground, clearly not dead.
Hmm. This seems like it's been a murder. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, obviously this is a murder. She gestures at the pansage who's bleeding out on the ground.
Oh wait. Yes, I forgot.
I say bleeding out, I mean bled out. The pansage is turning blue.
This can only be the job of Glaceon.
Speaking of which, the Glaceon is still just chilling out in the auditorium. Again, no pun intended.
Oh, you're terrible.
I'm not intending this, I swear. But
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
okay, I really
Okay.
wasn't. But okay. Um. So, yeah, the process is like, oh, what do we do? The police, we're in the middle of the forest. They're not going to be able to be here for hours.
We can always try to find the murder.
Well, I found the murder right here, and she gestures to the pansage who is still in a puddle of blood.
Well, I thought you said he was also murdered. And
He
now
is
you're saying
murdered.
he's...
How are we? We already found the murder. Now we need to find the murderer.
That's what I said. Wait, did I say
No,
murder?
I heard murder, and
Oh,
I figured that's what you meant. I was making fun of you.
dang it. Dang it. Dang it.
Okay. Yeah, the Frost is like, yeah, we need to get to the bottom of this. Let's round up everyone in the building and take stock of who's here. So
So,
it is now your guys's objective to find everyone in the building.
can Zeal start in the kitchen?
Okay. Sure. You
What's
guys
the layout? Like, is there like observatory, auditorium? Like,
okay. So they're based creating most of this off the top of my head. There's basically everything you would find in like a normal house. Like a kitchen, master bedroom, guest
I was
bedrooms,
about
I
to
guess.
say a cellar, like a dungeon.
A dungeon. I don't think there's a dungeon, but there's gardens
Luigi's Mansion
outside.
had a dungeon.
Okay, well, I never played Luigi's Mansion. I almost said Luigi's Dungeon, by the way.
Luigi's Dungeon.
Don't go into Luigi's Dungeon, guys. Okay,
God, if only
okay, so be quiet, you.
Nintendo could not.
Okay, so you guys, yes, okay, right, sorry, rooms. There's a kitchen, there's a living room, there's an office that you guys just came out of, there's a bunch of hallways, there's an auditorium with a stage, there's a foyer, which I'm gonna say leads into like the auditorium. And uh, uh, trying to think of house, places, a living room. I don't know. If it's in a mansion, it's here. Okay, create whatever you guys want.
A dungeon.
Okay, so,
A
Okay,
wine
okay,
there's
cellar.
now a dungeon.
so Chris is gonna run to the main like foyer area where like you exit out of the auditorium, and then he's
Okay.
gonna find like the most. He's just gonna start running around any other areas, and if he sees anybody, he's gonna be like, "Hey, the 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 people the people who are trying to find the whatever murderer is, they're meeting in the main area," and say something along those lines.
Okay, so
I
you're just
love
trying to
this.
yell this out to the entire house.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20 because you are a small child.
I absolutely love this character. I want him.
I never play innocent characters. I always play like the gruffy, tough type people, and so I wanted to change that. Oh, that's a
Okay.
10.
You're doing an amazing job
A
then.
10. Two people heard you. After some time, you see an artillery and the rest of the band members gather in the auditorium. Oh, and also Murder of the Glaceon is there.
Wait, the Glaceon's name is Murder?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah,
It
you guys said
is?
you guys said murder, and the Glaceon's like, did you say my name?
That's what
Oh.
I went like, huh? I thought it was like something else.
No, there's a Glaceon here whose name is Murder.
It's
Okay,
gonna get
now I
so
really think it
confusing.
was the Glaceon. Can we just like throw Glaceon in the dungeon before he strikes again?
Okay. We're making this canonical. There's now a brig in this place. There's like you can in the dungeons is like cellars with like jail cells and stuff for some reason. Don't ask
Eh,
why Wigglytuff had that installed, but they're there.
that is cool thought though. Like, what would a Pokemon prison be like? Because you would need something that is impervious to every Pokemon type. Because
Ooh,
you would
I have an
have to
idea.
have.
There's an army of Mr. Mimes that create barriers for the prison.
Oh God, I can just imagine that. Like you walking down like a spiral stone staircase, and as you're going down, you have a torch, and then you push the torch a little forward, and it just reveals Mr. Mime. Oh God,
Okay, I
that
have a
is.
plan. I have a plan for that in the future. That is canonical now.
Oh God, no.
No.
If anyone
Why did you
has
have to
clown
speak it into
phobia,
existence?
yeah. If anyone has a clown phobia, please do not listen to the next few episodes.
I thought you were gonna say you had a clown phobia. I had something to say about that. Okay,
Me a clown? I'm playing Balatro. Alright, play Balatro.
I'm not gonna get into that. That has to do with stuff outside. Okay, so you have an Octillery, a Typhlosion, you have a Lucario, and a Chandelure. Also the Glaceon, and a
Murderer.
Frostlass.
So, someone here is potentially a murderer,
The
and not by name.
the Octillery looks extremely confused. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean a murderer? The
There
lights
has
went out for
been.
5 damn seconds, and you're telling me there's a murder?
Chris is gonna look
Yes.
at the artillery and say, I have no clue what a murderer is either. We're in the
It's what
same boat.
happens. It is what happens when. How old are you, son?
One, two, three, 4 to 5.
Okay, you've given
6.
me enough of an
Well,
answer. Okay, so a murder is what happens when somebody falls asleep and never wakes up again. That's a murder. Do you understand?
oh, Yeah.
Cool. Now we're on the same page. Anyway, what do you mean a murder?
This
I love this
Frostlass has
character.
discovered. Yes. This Frostlass has discovered a dead Pokemon. That is another good question. Like, why can't we use a revive?
Because there's a difference between dead and fainted.
Hmm. I always
Um,
called Pokemon
so
fainted
the
dead.
Octillery is like, the Octillery is like, who was it? The fucking Wigglytuff? Fucking deserved it if so.
Hmm. Could that be a motive? And
Oh,
he points his at the Octillery
the
with his
Octillery
shadow.
crosses all like 6 of its arms or whatever, and he's like, yeah.
6!
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it is actually 8, but I could have sworn it has like 6 arms. Octillery.
Octillery is an octopus, so it
It
has
has
to have 8.
4.
Hold on.
I just
No.
looked it up. It has 4. It has actually less than I thought.
Octillery.
It doesn't
Oh
change
wait,
my
no,
opinion.
it
I
has
still
no,
love
no, it has a
Octillery.
bunch of them behind it. Wait a minute, what do? No, yeah, it's 8. I didn't realize it had 6 in the back at 2 arms. That's really weird.
What?
Yeah, it's like 2 in front, and then there's like 6, kind of like tails. It's weird.
Yeah. Octillery is a red cephalopod-like Pokemon with large round eyes and a turnip-like mouth. There are yellow bumps on its rock-hard head and yellow suction cups on each of its 8 tentacles, according to Bubblepedia.
Yeah, I looked it up. Makes sense. Okay. Right. The Octillery looks at he's like, yeah, look, that gives me motive to fucking kill him. I'm not a murderer.
And where were you when he was?
I was in the fucking kitchens. Where do you think I was? I'm the chef. He says, pointing to his chef's hat, which I did not mention before.
It seems like this hat has materialized. You're also a magician.
Right.
And he walks away. So,
Okay.
who here had motive? Let's see. We have the chef. And that's literally all motive we know of. It was the chef.
Alright, is that your guys' final verdict?
But
I
the Wigglytuff wasn't on the floor. The other one was.
The Frostlass points at him and was like, this kid actually has this kid has a point. We saw the Wigglytuff get up and then we all sprinted away from him. Like, I feel like we should go check on him. She says, giggling.
Oh yeah, I
Right.
forgot about him. We, can we head back upstairs to find
Okay.
Wigglytuff?
So as you guys are heading upstairs, you guys actually run into Wigglytuff, who is bumbling down the stairs. As he's coming down the stairs, you see he's like bumping into like walls and stuff on the way there, and you see he has a big bruise on his head.
What?
Oh,
What happened?
hello.
So, who are you guys?
I'm Quiz. I'm Weasel. I was watching a concert and then this one Frostgrass yelled murder, but I only recently learned what it was. So I was really confused, and then we went to where the what Pokemon was on the ground? What's that? Who actually died?
It was a Pansage.
Oh, okay. To where the Pansage was on the floor. I think dead. I don't know. They looked asleep.
You're talking about
then-
Chris. I shit you not. I named this assistant Chris before you named your character Chris. Okay. I want to make that very clear. I have names for all of these Pokemons, and the almost got the profession. The Pansage's name is Chris. Well, I specifically called him Christopher, but so the Wigglytuff is like, Christopher's dead for some reason. You guys don't happen to know anything about that, do you?
Hmm. I feel like this Frostlass could tell us more. She was the one who discovered you and uh, Chris.
I also want to point
She
out this Wigglytuff has a blonde Karen wig on and red lipstick.
what?
This
I think
um
that's a little important to point out.
so the Wigglytuff's like, yeah, my name is Karen. Anyway, I have a body to deal with now. And
A
he like,
body?
sorry, I keep calling it he. She pushes you guys out of the way, just like, oh shit, what was the name of the guy? Sorry, I forgot the name of this. There it is. Okay, so the Wigglytuff's like, Persimmons, I have a task for you. As she's waddling down the hall. And she heads down downstairs. What are you guys doing?
I think Zeal is gonna try and look for like he's gonna use the like astral because he's a ghost type and doesn't really leave evidence, I guess. He's gonna try and search the body and see if there's any evidence on it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20. For I did not make these guys make character sheets because I didn't want to get too in character. So for all rolls, I'm just gonna have you guys roll flat d20s and add 3 to it.
I got a 2 and a 5. Or 2, so a 5.
Okay. Okay, so with a 5, you notice that there is a puddle of blood on the ground, which you already noticed before. Nothing new.
I would also like to the panseer that is just sleeping trust.
Alright, it's a pansage, yes. Did I say panseer?
Pansage, my fault.
I don't know, I might have said pansage.
I knew that's one of the
Maybe.
monkeys.
It's a pansage, the green one.
It's one of the monkeys.
Hold on, what do I roll again?
They're all
Just a
forgettable
d20.
family.
Do you have a d20 on you?
Yeah. I got a 16.
16 plus 3 or 16?
I
Wow.
rolled a 16.
Okay, 16 plus 3, 19. So with a 19, you look at this pansage and you notice there are bite marks on the neck of the pansage, which is where the blood had pulled from.
I'm gonna like shake Zeal and say, there's marks right here, and I think that might be from like a bite or something. Maybe.
Interesting, kid. I didn't see that. Thank you. And I pat him on the head.
Yeah. Oh, my voice is hurting.
Have
That's
fun.
why I stick to the normal voice.
No, I'll get through this. It'll work.
So, can we now? Is that the only thing on the body? Like, there's no like ID or
With a
anything?
19, that is the main clue you got from this body. I will say from each thing you guys investigate, I'm treating this very similarly as the mystery in the main feed of the Vulcanberg mystery, which for those who haven't listened to that for some reason, I will not spoil that. And you guys have the ability to interrogate each person and then to investigate each person for the ability to find clues.
Ah.
So it's
Nice.
very similar to like Pokemon. No, it's a Pokemon Sniffer. Detective Pikachu.
Okay. So, can I go up to like Lucario and get like a bite mold? Like investigate his
Do you
bite.
have the dentistry tools to make a bite mold?
Well, we can always ask like can I go ask what was the Octillery's name again? Sorry.
I don't think did he give you his name? I don't think he gave you his
I
name.
don't think he did.
No. Okay. So Zeal walks down and says, wait. God, I'm all over the place. So you said that the bite mark was the reason why the
Yes,
it
you
was
can tell
pooling?
that is where the blood was coming out of.
Okay. I was thinking it was more like a pooling underneath like a bruise.
Nah.
So the bite mark is what caused him to lose blood. So Zeal goes back downstairs and asks everyone to. He tells everyone that the murderer bit the victim.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were gonna say you go down and tell everyone to bite you. Bite me.
Bite me.
I don't have a tooth mold set up, so everyone come over here and bite me.
Just get some dough from. That's why I was asking for
Oh, okay.
the name. I was gonna ask for like some dough or something. Cause have you ever done that with Play-Doh? Like bit into it and you saw your teeth. Like even with
No,
gum.
because I'm not stupid. Jacob,
I
what
mean,
happened?
As a kid, not real. Oh, okay. Moving on.
Bro.
Okay, no, I cannot
guess
say
I'm the
I've
weirdo.
eaten Play-Doh.
Not eat it, but just like bit it.
No,
God, I
no,
kind of
I-
hope this episode doesn't get released.
Too bad. No, I do not use Play-Doh as a tooth mold. I can't say that was ever my forte as a kid.
Well, even in the dentist office, whenever I got my braces, they made like this putty that I
Yes,
bit
that's
into.
a tooth mold. But it's not like they're like going into the back and they get like a tub of Play-Doh and they're like, here you go! And they're just like, stuff it in your mouth.
Play-Doh
I'm gonna
isn't
crash
toxic,
out.
so
I know what you're saying, but I'm making fun of you because I thought you meant you were eating Play-Doh as a kid.
okay. Here's a better question: who hasn't eaten Play-Doh? Like, I should probably stop talking.
I think
I
I
don't know.
might have taken a bite as a child, but like never like consumed Play-Doh.
I'm curious, is there anybody out there who's like taking a bite of Play-Doh and be like, oh my god, this is the best shit ever? Is Play-Doh like actually edible? Can you eat
Yes.
Play-Doh?
It's not toxic because
Is Play-Doh edible?
it's probably not nutritious.
Edible Play-Doh on Amazon. I wonder if there's people out there who buy Play-Doh specifically to eat it.
There is edible chalk. I do know that. I have eaten edible chalk.
I've
That
heard
I
of
can't
it.
say.
Oh yes, let me go buy my edible Play-Doh on Temu. I'm sure that won't give me cancer or something.
I was about to say that sounds shady as shit.
It does. Okay, anyway, besides eating Play-Doh, what are you guys doing? You guys are now back down in the auditorium, if I remember.
I would like to run around and search the house and see if there's just anybody who we haven't seen yet. Because I feel like
let me take a look at my list. Okay.
I feel like there's people who have because it's like an auditorium. I feel like there would have been more than just like two people that I would have seen.
Okay, so as you run around, I really didn't think there were going to be many dice rolls in this game, but give me a d20. Okay, sure. As you are running around frantically like a maniac looking for people, you come across a Persian who is soaking wet, who seems to have come from outside. May I remind you, it is dark and stormy outside.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just giving the classic "it's a dark and stormy night" whenever you opened this.
That's how I opened it, because it is dark and it is stormy.
Oh, he said it's a dark and stormy night and nothing is. It was all is quiet, not even stirring, not even a mouse kind of situation. But then he said, "But everything is stirring because you're at a concert."
That is what I said. This is what I have written down. It was a dark and stormy night, and all through the house, everything was stirring, especially the band. Anyway, so you come across this Persian, and you also come across Karen, the Wigglytuff. And I want you to roll a d20 for stealth if you want to overhear the conversation.
Oh
unless
yeah.
you just want, unless you want to burst in, let you make the decision.
I got. Is it a +3?
I thought I was rolling this.
Zeal is still in the auditorium.
Oh shit! Sorry.
I rolled an 11.
Okay, 11 plus 3 is 14. I'll say you succeed. So you peek around a corner and you see Wigglytuff, Karen, talking to this soaking wet person. And she's just like, Persimmons, we got a dead body upstairs. So you can see Karen putting on more makeup and lipstick. If you can't tell, I'm trying to go for a very like stereotypical Karen person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all know.
Okay. And yeah, Karen's like, there's a dead body upstairs. The assistant is dead, and I don't know who did it, but now we gotta figure this whole thing out. Anyway, can you go clean up that blood? It's really making a mess. And the person is like, yes, mistress. I will get on that right away. And
Mistress?
it's a she.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Wigglytuff is a she.
I said that
but-
initially until I decided I wanted it to be a Karen, so now it's a she. Be quiet.
Yeah.
I can
My head.
change things on the spot if I want them to.
My head goes to weird places, sorry.
Okay, so what did you think I meant? I just realized what you meant.
Shush.
Okay, we're moving on from that. So the person who was leaving wet footprints on the carpet, it heads down the hall, and the Wigglytuff is heading towards where you're hiding.
Oh, frick. I'm gonna back up a little bit,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna run through as if I was just running the entire time.
Okay, gotcha. So you're taking a step back and then sprinting.
Yeah, like doing my whole spiel of like trying to find new people. So
Okay,
I'm basically
gotcha.
trying to act like I just ran in.
Okay, so you run face first into this Karen person, and you get you run into Wigglytuff and you bounce back
Great.
off of her. And
Alright.
Wigglytuff, Karen's like, excuse me, I'm walking here.
1 second. Chris is gonna get up to his feet really quick because he bounces back quickly. He still has that childlike energy. And he's like, oh, sorry, I'm trying to see if there's anyone else in this mansion because I feel like I only found 2 people when I went around, but then I didn't see if there was anyone else, and I don't want anyone not to know what's happened. And then he's gonna continue running, ignoring her.
Yeah, okay. She doesn't get a chance to respond as you run away. Okay. Hold on, I'm missing a character here. Who am I missing?
I
Oh,
remember we
interesting.
had Lucario, Octillery, Wigglytuff.
I'm missing a character here.
Did you say Persian or Purloin?
Persian.
Persian, okay.
Oh, are you taking notes? Because I'm not taking notes.
I am taking notes.
I am not. I am not.
I can't tell you why I'm laughing. I typed something. When you guys meet that character, you guys will know why I'm laughing.
So cooked. I almost fully forget what that conversation that I eavesdropped on was. It hasn't even been 5 seconds. I remember the general gist, which is all I need.
Okay.
I wasn't paying much attention either, but I think it was just them saying that there's been a dead body and needing to clean it up. That's all
Okay.
I remember.
Okay. Cool. So back in the auditorium, Zeal is interviewing everyone or someone. What is Zeal doing? Ow!
Zeal is-
Fuck! I punched my table. Sorry.
Well, don't do that.
Okay. What's Zeal doing?
Zeal is trying to coerce people into into trying to get them to bite inanimate objects to leave their bite marks.
Okay. Roll me a d20, and I will tell you based on that roll. I will tell you which object you've grabbed.
19. So that's
19. Okay, fine.
22.
I was honestly really hoping you were gonna find like a rock or something, but
A
you
what?
managed a rock.
a rock. Try and force people
He's
to
like, come
bite
over
a
here,
rock.
bite this. He's just like, hold up a brick. Okay, so you managed to find some leftover dough from an surprisingly uncooked pizza that was left on one of the tables. I'm just gonna say it's a half-cooked pizza that has a bite taken out of it on the table. Because you guys
So,
are in the auditorium.
yeah. So I start handing people slices and tell them, please take a bite, but please give it back to us after you've taken one bite.
The auxiliary looks at you and is like, excuse me, this pizza already has a bite taken out of it. Are you trying to poison us?
No, I'm trying to save our skins. Now bite.
I don't think I will. And the Lucario looks at you and she's like, I don't think I'm gonna bite this either. This is clearly someone's old pizza. Also, why is it half cooked?
Hey, I didn't cook a pizza, he did. And I point over to the auxiliary.
The Octo's like, look, I was busy all day, okay? I had to provide for 400 people today, and I only had 3 hours to prepare, so give me a break.
If there's 400 people watching the concert, why can't... Where did everybody go?
They left.
They left as soon as the lights turned off. Or turned back
But
on.
like, where are they? We're in the middle of the woods. They just take a caravan out of here. They just all assemble and leave. And we're just hoping that the murderer... We're just hoping that the murderer stayed.
Actually, yeah,
Look.
is true. How do we know that the murderer didn't leave with the
This
rest?
is getting...
Look. Okay,
I trust.
Look, one thing you guys know down deep in your hearts is that this murderer is really stupid. You guys know that deep in your soul.
Great.
Well, it's
Me
stupid,
who doesn't
so
even
it's
know
the
what the
blood.
word murder means.
Oh, I probably shouldn't say that on podcast.
Also, by the way, speaking of murder the Glaceon seems like he's falling asleep.
Can I use wake up slap on him?
Sure, go for it. You roll wake up. You use wake up slap on the Glaceon, and he's like, what? Oh, hi. Sorry, pizza. He says, like at the pizza in front of his face. I love pizza, and he like eats the whole pizza.
No, just a bite.
No, it's too late. The pizza's gone.
Or cooked.
But the pizza wasn't.
It's pepperoni. Don't worry about where the pepperoni came from.
Wait a second.
That's another thing that drives me crazy.
We're not gonna get on this tangent. Please, let's not get on the side tangent.
Jacob, I know you've only listened to 4 episodes of PTT, but you have no idea how much we've discussed this in the podcast. Our biggest bit is the fact that Pokemon meat is not a thing. So,
well, it is a thing because I'm pretty sure in the anime
this universe.
Oh, in this universe? Okay.
Nope. You'll have to listen to the podcast further. I know you haven't listened to much of PTT, but believe me, you will know what I'm talking about when you get to there.
Yeah.
Is there like some?
I think I've listened to enough just to know it comes up at least once.
Once? We talked about it every single episode. Okay, right. So Murder the Glaceon has eaten all of the pizza, and he looks very happy.
I'm glad he's happy. Zeal will try to... So we got nothing from the pizza bites, because no one did them. Can we, like, start investigating people individually? Like, take them over to the kitchen and do, like, the good cop, bad cop?
Sure, go for it.
So, I gesture for Chris to come over, and I wrap my shadow
through
arm
the halls.
Oh,
Bro,
he's
I'm
not
long gone in the hallways.
Yeah. Chris is still running around the hallways looking for people. We'll get back to him in a minute.
Okay, so Zeal puts his arm around the Lucario and tries to just friendly guide her to the kitchen and not trying to make it seem like she's about to be interrogated.
The Lucaria is very hesitant, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Stop touching me!"
Just this way. We
Wh-
need
wh-
to have a conversation about
Okay, you
all
could have said
this.
that instead of being creepy about it.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know where to go at this point.
Anyway, she follows you into the kitchens. I'm gonna say the kitchen's like a few rooms down. And as you enter the kitchens, the room is very warm, and you smell burnt food. And as you look across the room, you see a bunch. You see the oven is quite on fire.
Where am I
um
when you need it?
It is
oh,
a fire brick oven, by the way.
does anyone know a water type move? He just leans his head out the door and just asks.
If I was
Let's
there,
wonder.
I would.
The artillery comes in, rolls his eyes, and he like spits a bunch of water on the oven, and he's like, "There, that's fucking, that's the taco that taco taco." I just realized that sounds like the word taco, but that's not what it is. It's TAKO. That's the taco that Karen was making me make. For reference, taco is octopus in Japanese.
Oh, takoyaki.
Yeah, no, that's you're thinking of takoyaki. Yeah, yes, yeah,
Okay.
sorry, yes. That's octopus balls. Taco is just octopus. And
Ah, okay.
before anyone says anything, it is balls of octopus meat. Okay, get your heads out of the gutter.
Wait,
So
then that's another question. Like, are there subspecies of like animals? Cause we were just talking about how Octillery is a cephalopod Pokemon. So he's we now know for sure that there's octopus. Are we eating octopus
are
or
you
are we
asking
eating
this?
Octillery?
Are you asking this to artillery?
I'm asking you.
I can't say anything. This is part of what you guys got to figure out.
We
What?
gotta figure out where the octopus comes from.
No, but I'm trying to hint that it is relevant.
Oh, I'm
How
I'm
many
very dumb.
legs artillery has? We're cooked.
Wait, what?
No, but that artillery was
I am all sorts of confused.
good. It's a
Okay,
murder mystery, not a murder immediately solved. I don't know.
I would be a terrible detective in real life. So, I is there like a chef knife or something that can
Yes,
threaten Lucario?
uh, hanging on the. Wait, what? Sorry, what? There, there's a bunch of butcher's knives and cooking knives hanging on the wall.
Zeal will take a knife and threaten Lucario. What did you do whenever you the mur? Oh, sorry. Let me restart. Where were you whenever the body was discovered?
What do you mean? What body? Get that thing away from me! She says, pushing her arm away, or at least she tries to.
Wait, I just realized again. I'm threatening a steel type with a steel knife. I
You're
am very bad at my matchups. I threaten a ghost type with a fighting move. I threaten a steel type with a knife.
uh huh.
I I am 0 and 2.
Yeah. She looks at you. She's like, "Are you sure you're not the murderer? What the hell?"
I I was with the Buizel.
Okay, and
The Buizel's a child. I would never kill in front of a child
how am I supposed to take your word on that?
because I haven't killed you yet.
Oh, that doesn't. She's like she has like her paw on the point of the knife, trying to like push it away gently.
Uses the metal spike. That's
Yeah, it's the tip of the metal spike on the tip of the knife. I don't know how it's not slipping, but we're gonna say she has good control. Um, and Yes, he's trying to push the knife away. What are you doing about that?
Eh, I'll play good cop now. Uh,
Okay.
I'll try to hand her some of the burnt taco and say, please just tell me where you were.
So you give her a leg of octopus that's absolutely burnt, and she drops it like, "Oh, what the hell is this?"
Oh, he said it's taco.
I want to point out this is not a normal occurrence in the Pokemon universe. Pokemon do not eat Pokemon in the at least in the PTT universe.
So this is another Pokemon.
I told you it is relevant.
You said, oh God. Okay, so
Did say it was relevant.
he said it was relevant, but I was trying to ask if it was Pokemon or Octopus.
Now I said you had to figure that out.
Well, obviously now I figured it out.
Great.
So Zeal, I don't even know where to go from this point. So can we switch over to Buizel or
Um, let's sure. I'll give you some time to think about it, I guess. Strange uh transition time, but we'll go with it.
I have no idea where to go with that.
Just interrogate her. You don't even have her name yet.
Do I need to know her name to know?
I don't
she's
know.
the
I'm
murderer?
still calling everyone by
it's a
their
little
Pokemon names because you
morbid.
guys haven't discovered anyone's names yet. Okay, we're gonna transition over to Chris the Buizel. You are sprinting around the mansion, and I need you to roll another d20.
I'm cooked. I rolled a 10.
Okay, 10 plus 3. I'll consider that a success. So eventually you come across a bedroom and that has a door that is cracked open.
Oh yeah, I'm peeking in.
Okay,
Through
so
the
you
crack. I'm
look
not
at,
opening the door, but I'm peeking in.
you peek inside and you see a purloin that is drying their fur. They are also soaking wet.
Okay. Okay, so it's probably the same purloin from the.
No, the other one was a Persian. This is a purloin.
Oh. Okay.
Babymon. Or pre-evolution, I should say.
Actually, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I did say purloin. I'm thinking of the evolved one. Lipard.
Wait.
Sorry, it's a Lipard.
Wait, Persian? What's up? Hold on, I need to look this up. Persian.
No, I'm sorry. I meant it to be a Lipard. I had the wrong Pokemon.
So
see
the
a
first
Lipard. The first one was a Persian. This one is a Lipard. It is a Lipard who
Okay.
is attempting to dry their fur because it is soaking wet as well.
Guess everyone's trying to go outside. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna enter. And I'm gonna be
Okay,
like... Okay, yeah, never mind, you go first.
So the Lipard hears the door creaking and he's like, "Oh, I'm changing. What are you doing?"
Do Pokemon... Well, the outside question, do Pokemon actually have to?
No, it's a joke. Because you're entering their bedroom without asking.
Buizel's gonna like still sort of hold on to the doorknob. Like his arm is like all the way up trying to reach this doorknob. It's a high doorknob for this kid. And he's like, "Oh, sorry. I just want to let you know that someone's apparently been murdered. I'm getting the hang of it. Trust. Murdered.
Yeah, look, I know, okay? I'm on my way. I'm just trying to get dried off before I make myself presentable as half of my whole, thing being a butler and everything. So, just give me a second, okay?
I would try to
chill
help, but
for Pokemon being murdered.
If you could not invade my privacy, Well, I am trying to make myself presentable. That would be very much appreciated.
One sec, I'm writing a note down.
Okay. Also, by the way, I can now reveal why I was laughing. I tried writing Leipard the butler. Or, sorry, initially I wrote Purloin the butler, but I wrote Purloin the buttloin. Because I was thinking of butler and Purloin at the same time.
Ah, yes. Chris is gonna say, "Oh, sorry. I would try to help you get dry, but I'm better at getting people wet than drying them off." Bye, and he zooms out.
Excuse me. Excuse me, you want to restate that for the audience?
I'm better at using water type moves to throw water everywhere instead of using water to like absorb water.
Thank you for that clarification.
Who's a
think we're
child?
I know, but the show is not child friendly, so actually I think it's the first time a kid has actually been on the show. I don't play any child characters as far as I remember. No, there's Arabella.
There is Arabella.
That's it. I think that's it. Quinn. I think so. Quinn the Pichu? I'm sorry, Evelyn, I don't remember her. It's not a very relevant character.
I don't think
okay.
I've gotten that far. But anyway, he says this
It's
and then
I think it's like
dashes
one of the
out
first
in his
episodes.
normal childlike I need to figure out everything effect.
Okay, so you have at this point exhausted all characters. So after running around, you end up back at the auditorium. Actually, no.
Okay.
You end up in the kitchen, and you see Zeal holding a knife to a Lucario's head, or fist, I guess.
Zeal, why are you holding a knife to them? That's not very nice. You need to not do that because who's gonna try and even listen to you if you're holding a knife to them? That's not very nice. You should apologize right now.
I'm sorry for threatening you with a knife. What is your name?
Okay, she pushes the knife away. My name is Veronica, by the way. Jeez, you didn't have to put me at knife point asking that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, why did you want me in here? Are you trying to kill me too? Because I'm not gonna let you go down like that. I'm not gonna. Fuck, I can't speak. And she attempts to leave the kitchen.
Well, we still need to ask you a few questions of where you were.
Are you going to hold me at knife point while you do this?
Not in front of the child, no.
So if the child wasn't here, you would.
Most likely, as he
Alright,
sets the knife down.
Alright, Veronica grabs the kid, grabs Chris, sorry, and holds Chris next to her, and just cool, he's my shield now.
You know
what is Chris doing about this?
Yeah, I can see.
It's your turn, Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is Chris doing about this?
Yeah.
Chris is gonna look up, his head all the way up at Victoria? No, Veronica. My fault.
Veronica.
I was thinking of houses. My fault. And
too many houses this episode.
Can you please just listen to what they have to say? We're trying to figure out who did the murder, who murdered.
I think we know who did the murder. Veronica's glaring at Zeal and is it's clearly a ghost type. She's holding a knife to me. I'm sorry, I didn't clarify. Is Zeal a he or she?
Do Mimikyu have gender?
I don't know.
I thought they did.
I do not know. Let's see.
Apparently, a Mickey is genderless.
No, it's got a gender ratio, and for some reason it's 50.2 to 49.8. That's really weird. But yes, it's 50-50.
Okay, so I guess female. Male. I'm not
Okay.
doing a female's voice.
Okay. So, I don't remember why I said that. Oh yeah, Veronica's like, I feel like we know who the murderer is. She points at I almost said Zetsu. Holy shit. Zeal. She points at Zeal, and she's like, well, clearly this idiot all here almost killed me with a knife, asking for my name. Like Jesus, and she's like attempting to get out of the kitchen again.
Well, we're trying to find the murderer as well, so if you want to not be suspicious, then you better
Oh,
answer
oh,
my
oh, oh,
questions.
me not being suspicious, huh? As if you're not the one holding the knife, threatening people just for their names. Jeez.
Well, I have to defend myself as well, because you could also
Defend
be the
yourself
murderer.
from what? You invited me. You provoked me. You didn't defend anything. At this point, the commotion is bringing a crowd, and you see the rest of the band members gather around. You see a Typhlosion and a Chandelier.
And I point to the chandelier. Well, they are a ghost type. Are they the murderer?
Is Chandelier here holding a knife?
Well, that's just dumb of them, because could he hold a knife?
I'm gonna say,
And
for
wasn't what
simplicity, he can
instrument
hold
was he
like
playing?
he was playing the
A violin, I
drums.
think. Oh, no.
No, John was playing the. I think I said the names of all the band members. I don't remember.
I, I don't remember. I don't remember what I had for
I don't know.
breakfast.
Yes, I'm gonna say Chandler can hold something for the simplicity of it.
Yeah, so I think it's fully plausible.
So, well, here. I'll hand you the knife. Wait, why are the Pokemon afraid of the knife? They have, like, super effective moves. Like, okay, this is making
I feel
no
like
sense.
knives
It's-
could do more
Knives can
damage
do
in the right
damage.
circumstance.
Yeah, knives can do damage, especially if you point them at someone's throat.
That is also true. I'm
Does
starting to agree
Mimikyu
with
have a
this
throat?
Lucario a lot.
I don't know. Okay, well, where were you? And I set the knife down.
She scooches over to the rest of the band members, clearly for protection, dragging Chris with her, and uh, sorry, Veronica's like, okay, look, I think you know where I was. I was on stage performing when all this went down. What do you think? You were watching me.
Was I?
Yes, you were. That's the thing. You were literally watching the band members when the blackout occurred.
Would
This
be a
is
little
what
hard
happens when you don't give us a script, Dakota.
A script.
for a
This
script.
is
Yes,
an
these are.
this is an
I don't-
improv show.
This is true. They were on stage, but
I'm,
how fast
just-
is a Lucario?
that is true, actually.
They're the size of a small
Oh,
child.
hold on. Here's what I'm
so-
gonna ask. I'm gonna look up at the Lucario, or look. I don't know. Turn around if they're pulling me from behind or whatever. I'm gonna look at them and say, "Did you know the Pansir? It's one of them. I don't remember
I'm assuming
which
you're
one."
trying to say Panseer, and I do not know any Panseers.
Shears.
You said Panseer, so that's what Veronica heard.
Was it a Pansier? Frick.
Nope, it was a Pansage.
Frick. I wrote down Pansier.
It's a Pansage. Okay.
I'm expecting by the end of this we figure out the differences between Pansage, Panseer, and Panpour.
I wrote it down now. So it'll be right from now on.
Okay.
I can remember Panpour always. It's the water type.
Well, yeah, Panpour because like pouring water.
And
Yeah.
Pansage, like, sage. And then Panseer, like searing heat. That's kind of what
Well,
it's based
whenever
off
I
of.
think of
Yeah.
seer, I think of fire, but I also think of sage's fire. So
Sage? Sage is literally a plant.
that you burn for incense.
Oh yeah, you
Is
do.
it?
That is what sage is mostly for, isn't it? I thought it was like a seasoning or something.
I think
Is
I think
sage an herb? Looks like yes. Although it looks like it's specified as an herb sage, as opposed to probably a regular sage.
mm,
Okay. Anywho, alright, so the rest of the band is squeezing into the kitchen now because they heard Veronica yelling bloody murder. And
Dang, how big is
I
this
didn't
kitchen?
threaten her that much.
it's a mansion. It's a pretty big kitchen.
Fair.
I didn't threaten her that much. And plus, she's a steel
Okay, you
type.
pointed
she's
a knife
resistant.
at her.
I put the knife down.
Yeah,
The rest,
after the entire band came.
John
Yeah,
Smith, who is the violinist, was like, if you want to talk to us, you got to talk to us as a group. We're not leaving you alone with anyone anymore. Not after what you just did.
I didn't do
Frick.
nothing.
You just pointed a knife at our star member. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, she's part of the member. Shit.
Yes,
I was-
she's the lead singer and guitarist.
You're literally dooming us.
I'm just gonna
Although
throw
I'm on
myself
good
in
terms
jail.
with everybody.
Yeah, no one's gonna throw the child-friendly Buizel. They're gonna throw in the knife-happy Mimikyu.
You're gonna be thrown in the dungeon.
And I will point this out for the listeners. We do not know where this is gonna go. So
I should
We
hope
This
don't.
could
not.
This is hilarious.
we
We
can
could be on the right
literally.
track.
I think you guys are on the right track. I'm starting to think Zeal might be the murderer.
Oh, that right track.
Okay.
I could
Right.
just start going on a murder rampage.
Jeez.
No,
So,
guys, plot twist, I'm the murderer.
That would be an insane plot twist.
And
Especially
now,
since
and
I
now
learned
my
about-
character is befriending everybody. My guy can know bite at a very early level. And it's like level 18, that's close enough.
Hey,
Yeah.
close enough.
And now nobody suspects me. I'm totally the murderer now.
Yeah, I will say, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. The rest of the band member grabs Veronica and heads back towards the auditorium, and Veronica lets go of Chris.
Okay. I was about to say, am I just being dragged along to this now?
No, she has the band members now.
So, everyone a part of the band can account for each other. No one was out of each other's sight.
Are you questioning the band? They went back to the auditorium.
Shit!
Just talking to thin air now.
mean, I'm there.
Maybe I am the killer. I have a split personality that just.
I mean, I
Fucking-
thought you were talking to me. I'm in the room. I'm still in the kitchen, sort of.
Chris,
Sorta.
where were you when the murder happened? And I'm just shaking him.
I was right next to you.
Yes, I remember. That I actually do remember. I don't
Right
even know
next
why
to
I'm
you.
asking.
I was right next to you. You stabbed the pen sage with a knife.
Then you did it again to make it look like a bite mark. Which is how I knew to look right at that spot immediately.
Wait, can I just shake wait, fuck, can I put my head outside the
Chris?
door and say,
Oh,
wait,
no.
the murderer bit the victim to death. I don't have teeth.
Okay, yeah, you yell that, and the rest of the band who was currently walking back into the main group is like, this is John Smith talking. What do you mean bite marks?
There was bite marks on the victim.
Oh,
Chris is gonna
So-
run up to the
Go
group and grab any one of their hands, and he's like, come on, go. And he's gonna like take him to the body.
Okay, you grab
Which I'm assuming is still there.
Chandelure because it's funnier. You grab Chandelure, and because it's floating, you like grab it, and it just like smashes into the ground. Like,
Yeah.
I like the thought that
dragging
he's
it
just
along.
I like the thought that he's like swinging from chandelier.
You drag the chandelier. I'm assuming you're dragging it to the body.
Yeah, to the body,
It's-
and I'm like pointing out where I saw the bite marks.
Okay, the slightly dented up chandelier is after some time, the rest of the band also follows because they're not as fast as a sprinting child who's carrying a chandelier.
Or at least trying to. I think most of it is
So
I'm like trying to
stupid.
pull them along, and I think they're levitating. I think they would. They're a
They
chandelier.
are. I imagine like because you're low to the ground, you like grab the chandelier, just like yanked it, or like hit the ground, you're like dragging it. Okay, eventually everyone gets up to the body, and I take it Chris is pointing out bite marks on
Yeah.
Christopher's neck.
I'm like right here. Those look like bite marks. I'm pretty sure they are.
Chandelier is like, I'm pretty sure you have bite marks on me, but I see that they are bite marks. Do you see this? And the Chandelier points out to the rest of the band and John Smith front. Did I tell you the name of the Chandelier, by the way? I think I did.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Well, you guys all
Don't ask
figure.
me. I don't even remember who I'm talking to.
So the Chandelier points it out, and the rest of the band like agrees, like, yes, bite marks, indeed. So the rest of the band's like, okay, so who's got teeth? And Chandelier tries floating away from the group. Are you guys going to follow?
I'm gonna
the
say
Chandelier?
Chandelier, where are you going?
I'm going
We're trying
back
to solve
the.
a murder.
I'm doing exactly that. I'm going back to the auditorium. I'm gonna see who has teeth.
Okay.
Is Zeal with them?
If you guys want to follow, then yes.
No, I mean, am I a part of the
Oh
group?
yeah, I'm
that
gonna say everyone
body?
caught up to that point. Yeah.
Okay, so as we're following the chandelier, I try to explain why I was trying to get them to eat the pizza. Now that I know, now they know that it was a bite mark.
Okay, so yeah, you're having a conversation with who?
I guess the band. Is the entire band coming or just chandelier?
Yeah, everyone's there because they all went up and checked. I don't know what the rest of the people didn't, but whatever. So sure, you're talking to John Smith. John Smith, the violinist, the Typhlosion. He's like, so what about that pizza? That was really weird of you.
Oh, I was trying to be sneaky, as the killer might not know that they left bite marks on them. So I was trying to make sure to get a dental imprint before the killer ran.
You realize if someone takes a bite out of the pizza, it doesn't leave teeth marks, right? Because the pizza is gone. So if you ask someone to bite into a pizza, they're not going to leave any teeth marks behind. So they're going to eat the pizza in which the bite marks were made in. What were you planning here?
I think this
Good
is just
question.
DM
I don't
trying to
even
smack
know.
down on your plan now.
I think this whole thing is just like, let's see how crazy we can get.
That's how everyone
This is so
is.
true.
I think for some odd reason I have made Zeal. I was originally trying to make Zeal into like this sneaky, like unhinged. Well, he is unhinged, but I was
say
trying
you
to make him.
got that part down.
I was trying to get it where it's like this eccentric, like detective kind of. But it
Now
seems
you
like
just
I'm
turned into
gone.
a psychotic.
I think you're just
Yeah.
an unhinged maniac.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll with it and just start threatening. Actually, no. I'm gonna get off this bus. I'm gonna try and be more
Get
nice.
Okay. We'll see how well that works. When you just threaten someone with a knife.
I threaten one person and they all get up in arms. I see.
Okay, so eventually you guys get down to the auditorium, the auditorium, and you guys are. I will remind you who all we have here. At this
Oh
point,
god.
every single person is in the auditorium. You have Frostlass, we got Frostlass, Typhlosion, Lipard, Chandelure, uh, Lucario, uh, Persian, Octillery, and Murder the Glaceon. You do not know everyone's names yet, but you can go down the line and start interrogating people if you want.
Can we just start handing out like notebooks and tell people to write down their name and occupation and stuff? Because I am
Sure.
because I am not gonna remember. I'm saying this like I'm actually getting the pieces of paper. What am I fucking saying?
I'm just gonna say there's like a piece of stationery or something like laying on a desk or somewhere nearby.
No, what I'm saying is I'm saying for them to write it down on paper for I can remember.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say you found like a piece of stationery and like a pen on a desk or something nearby,
Oh,
or like a side table or something. Okay. Let's go with this.
hold
There's a
on.
napkin, and Chris, you have a box of crayons with you.
I would like to ask
asked-
one more thing.
What?
Can Chris suddenly remembers the conversation between the Wigglytuff, Karen?
Oh yeah,
Are they
that's right.
Wigglytuff?
Karen's also here, by the way.
Hold on. They're gonna quickly run back to the dead body. They're gonna. Can they see if anything's changed? Because they told the Persian they want to clean the body to see, like. So I wanted to see if anything's different.
There's nothing different currently.
Okay.
Yes. You see, nothing has changed.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure of that.
Okay.
I feel like
That's
how
it.
we're just like not question. I guess I'm also in that boat. How we're
You guys
not
are just-
questioning how chill the Lipard and the Wigglytuff are with
I wrote
just
down how chill
casually-
they were.
casually wanting to clean up the body like nothing happened.
I think there's only one person in this whole group who's actually considered chill.
Don't you fucking say it. Don't you fucking say it.
No, technically there's two, in my opinion.
Actually, there is two. There's Frostlass and there's Glacio.
Yeah.
God! Ah!
Sorry, it's low hanging fruit. I know. Okay.
Low-hanging
yeah.
Chandelure.
No, fucking Chris. There's okay. So everybody who has been previously mentioned is in this room. If you want, you can hand out some like paper and a pen, and have people write their names down.
I asked Chris for some crayons.
Oh yeah,
And
here you go.
Thank
They
you,
just hand you
Chris.
the full. They just hand you the full thing. They can't write.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You
I
do not
start
have
handing out.
Yeah, you have a box full of crayons that are all snapped in half.
I start handing people broken crayons and napkins, and as I'm handing them
Great.
out, please write your name and your occupation on this napkin. We
Okay.
will be collecting them.
Okay, so everyone writes down their name and occupation, and this is what you have. I'm gonna run through everything, make sure I've got everyone. Oh,
I'm gonna have to
okay.
write fast. Frick.
Did you say? What did you say?
I'm gonna have to write fast. Frick.
Oh, I thought you said I have to write fat ass. I was like, what? Is that
No.
your occupation? Okay, so
No.
Buizel the
eventually,
fat ass.
yes, Buizel the
Occupation.
fat.
Child.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of valid. So we
He
have
gets
starting from the
jealous
top.
where I hand him one.
So we have from the top. Oh, hold on one second.
We know all the band members are band members.
Okay,
And
so
we
this is
should know their names, because we went to this concert for them, so I would assume we know the band.
I'm trying to remember what I said in the past. Hold on, something I'm about to say might conflict with something I said in the past. I just realized. Do you guys remember what occupation the Frostlass had when they first met
No,
you? I think they said something.
Oh, I feel
no.
like you did, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I ain't remembering.
Okay, gotcha. Shit, there's a name for this. Oh, that's it. Okay, so okay, this might slightly conflict with what I said in the past, but if I forgot something, uh, from this point on, what I'm about to say is canon. If I said something else, I'll get to this in a minute. So this is what you guys see. You get Frostlass, and I don't have a name for this Frostlass. Um. Okay, this Frostlass's name is Crystal now, and she is the mansion housekeeper. Then there is Leipard, whose name is Pearl. I don't remember if the Leipard was a he or a she, but I think I intended it to be a she initially, based on the name I gave her. So it's a she now. Leipard, the butler, his name is Pearl. And then there's Chandelier, the Chandelier, Veronica Fisthands, the lead singer,
The
and
Lucario.
yes, the Lucario, and John Smith is a Typhlosion. Then I'm bringing this out of order, so sorry. Then there's Persimmons the Persian, who is a gardener. Then there is Blobbert the Octillery, who is the chef.
I was not expecting that.
And then there's Murder the Glaceon, and he wrote down
Oh,
not
yeah.
murdering.
Like, is it really that simple? Please
says-
tell me it's not.
It's not them. They're the red herring in the case.
I know, but obviously he wants us
forget
to
anyone?
draw attention to it, because
Which is exactly why I'm gonna ignore it.
And then there's Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff, the her name's Karen. I don't know what her profession is. She's the head of the house. That's basically what I'm going to say. Whether she's a CEO of a company or whatnot, I don't know. But she is the head of the mansion.
so.
And that is everyone, I think.
So we collect this and we roll through all the um, napkins, and
Mhm.
we just start asking people where they were.
Okay,
In
so who
front
are
of
you starting
everyone.
with?
We already asked Blobbert,
Sorry.
and
This is a funny name.
and Crystal. I don't think we ever got a straight answer. Oh wait, no, she was.
I am
before
going
me.
to make this easy on you guys. Based on what you guys have said so far, I do not consider anyone you've talked to yet interrogated.
I'm gonna let the child interrogate. I think
Okay.
Zeal has.
There's tons of information you can still get from people you've talked to previously. That's what I'm going to say. Just so you guys don't skip over them. Because you guys might get stuck in a hole if you see it that way.
Okay, I'm gonna interrogate Blobbert next for
right.
real, and
Okay.
ask him about the octopus,
Okay.
because apparently that was important.
Okay. So as you interrogate Blobbert, Karen is waddling away, seemingly out of boredom. All right.
That's fair.
What are you
Yeah,
asking? What are you asking Blobbert?
Why do you have octopus?
That's the whole reason. Now that Karen is out of earshot, now that is he looks over his shoulder to see where Karen is and sees that she has left the room. That's the whole reason I wouldn't mind if fucking Karen was dead. She makes me cook taco, and takoyaki is her favorite food. So I literally, every day, I have to deal with her bullshit and cook up people of my own kin. Like, who does this? It's literally murder.
So, you kill your own kind.
I don't
and
kill them.
ser-
They come in like a pallet, in like a box. It's really creepy and weird. I've never seen this any other place, and I hate it here.
Wait. Question: do you have teeth?
Let me check. He opens his mouth, and he's like, "Nope, but I've got a beak."
And we are for sure it's a bite mark with teeth?
Yes, it's a stereotypical bite mark.
Okay.
That's what my guy
So-
learned.
I think we're good with Blobbert.
Okay.
He has maybe motive, but I don't think he did it. I don't think he could have done it.
As you
Well,
guys are
doesn't have
finished
teeth.
interrogating Blobbert, you hear Karen yelling at the top of her lungs, "Oh my god, it's stolen! Help! Somebody help!"
We run up, or Zeal runs up.
You see Wigglytuff sobbing over an empty space on her display case in the back of the office.
So it's now
are
a
you guys-
theft as well?
Are you guys
Dang.
entering the room?
Yes?
Is that a
Yes.
yes or no?
Is that a trick question?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
know.
Are you guys entering the room?
Sure.
Okay. As you guys
Yes.
enter the room, they're trapped. No, I'm kidding. You guys enter the room and you notice that the room is slightly chilly.
It was an ice type. Wait,
And-
no.
As you,
If I've learned anything, that they're two
As-
chill people.
that's pretty chill. As you look at Wigglytuff, who is sobbing on the ground, she's like, "It's stolen! They stole it!" And you guys see an outline, a blinking outline of where something used to be in the display cabinet that is no longer there.
What?
I'm gonna go up to Karen and I'm gonna say, "What was in the display case? What was in it?"
I don't know what you're saying, but they stole my golden Gardevoir statue. It was solid gold.
What the okay.
I don't even want to know how they stole that. It's small, correct? It's not like a full-size carnivore.
Oh yeah, it's like a trophy. Sorry, not like a full blown 15-foot statue.
I was about to say that would have been very impressive, and if they somehow did it without any of us knowing, props to them. They can leave.
It's a solid gold trophy kind of in the shape of a Gardevoir. That's what Karen's telling you anyway.
So, they murdered. Wait, Sage. Wait, do we know his name?
Yes, Christopher.
Christopher. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
They killed Christopher, and now they've robbed Karen. This is all
Maybe-
strange.
Maybe Christopher was trying to tell everybody, but then because they're a butler, maybe they're dusting off or something. I don't know, butler type things.
I don't. I
And
will
then-
say the Persimmons the Persian is the butler.
What was the Persian then? Or not the Simi, yeah, what was the
I'm like-
Pansage then?
There you go. I was gonna say you guys keep getting it wrong constantly. It's a Pansage, not a Simisage.
I said Pansage.
You said Simisage, and I noted that.
No, I said Simi Sage.
Oh, you said Simisage. Okay, sorry, Jacob. I could have sworn I said Simisage. Whatever.
I said Pansage.
Okay, we're going with that. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say?
What did the Pansage do?
Oh, you didn't ask anyone last time. Who knows?
You said that he was a butler or something. We were.
He's not a butler. He has a dedicated profession.
God. Can we give the dead
Professional
corpse a
display
crayon and
case
a
cleaner.
napkin?
I didn't hear what either one of you guys said.
I
was
said,
making
can
a
we
joke.
give the dead corpse um a napkin and a crayon for he can write who murdered him?
Okay, you give Christopher a napkin and a crayon, and the napkin says Christopher, the personal assistant.
Wait.
What?
Okay, that caught me off guard. I was
I
not
wasn't expecting
expecting.
an answer.
We're just gonna say his spirit came back to answer that.
Before he leaves, I just
Personal?
go on my knees and like, who killed you? Who killed you?
And
Hurry!
like, you just see the crayon floating in the air, and it's like, I am Christopher, the personal assistant.
Shush! We don't need your input.
All
Also, he's, like,
right, it
Clippy.
writes like ...
Wait, he puts ...
He's a dramatic ghost, okay?
I'm starting to see why someone murdered him. Okay.
So he's a
My head
personal
hurts.
assistant, that's all I'm getting.
My head hurts. My jaw hurts. God.
I'm glad you guys are having fun.
I am having.
Oh yeah, I'm having tons of fun through this.
So
Hmm.
we now know that we have to find a golden carnivore. Can we start doing a pat down?
Sure, you heading back to the auditorium? Auditorium? I keep doing that for some reason.
First, I want to
Can
pat
I-
down. I asked Karen. I have to pat her down. I don't do it forcefully and with a threatening
Okay,
knife.
I'm just gonna
this
say
time.
you can. So you pat her down, and the only thing you find on her is 1 million poke.
What?
Like, she owns the mansion, so this is probably pocket
Oh
cash.
yeah.
I was about to say, why does she have about $1 million on her just walking around her mansion?
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that in there. Sorry.
She's gonna be like the person who gets murdered next.
I feel like if Zeal has
She's gonna
his
be
way-
like, she's gonna be like flaunting her money. Like, apparently the murderer wants money because he stole the golden, or they stole the golden carnivore. So it's honestly for money, I say to myself, scratching my head.
Can I search the display case area type thing?
Go ahead and roll me a d20. Plus 3.
Again, 10, and then plus
Okay.
3, 13.
Okay. You notice a bit of moisture where the statue used to sit.
So it was a water type. I did
It's
not
the
see this, I will
artillery
say that.
trust. I'm not saying this out loud, I would say it in my child voice, but it's totally the artillery now. Trust.
The display case is wet. There was bite marks. So it
Yeah,
was
but they don't have
Buizel.
teeth. I'm the murderer now. It's all coming together again.
Just imagine if this like tiny little child turned out to be like a psychopath and
We already had this conversation that I could be
Man,
the
that
murderer, and now
sure
this is
would
just
be
confirming
something,
this
wouldn't
even
it?
more.
I thought we were confirming that I was the murderer, and now we're confirming you are?
No, I said
Honestly,
earlier I could have done it because I could have learned by now. I learned it at level 18,
Oh,
and also now I
Oh,
have
yeah.
everyone believing that I'm just a little innocent child. So like, what if I
God,
actually did it and I just don't remember, or Pixel doesn't know it, but I
Okay.
did it. That'd be funny.
Also, I'm gonna say Karen like attempts to leave the office, seemingly out of boredom, and as she's leaving, she's like, "Oh, hey, that's where I left that." And she stoops down and picks something up off the ground, and then attempts to leave the office.
Can we chase after her and see what
Sure, she
we
hasn't left
You
the
extract?
office
can.
yet, so you can stop her if you want.
Wait, what did you just pick up?
Oh, it's just this. She holds up a key.
Why is it
A key
two?
to the cellar.
No, it's a key to my office. I want
Wait,
one of you guys to roll a d20 for perception.
Oh, I deleted my die. Hold on.
do you want me to do
I
it?
go
Hold
for it.
on. Sure.
Okay, I'll let you do it. But hold on, if the
Okay.
key's just right in front of her door, that's just. So I doubt it's a ghost.
Wait, what? Oh,
Well,
I
if
got a
it,
15 if you're looking
Oh,
for a
15.
dice roll.
You can see
15.
that the key is wet.
Okay.
kind of
So,
suspicious.
can you go over the Pokemon that was there? There's Chandler.
Okay, so I have Frostlass, Typhlosion, Liepard, Chandelure, Lucario, Persian, Octillery, Murder,
Wait.
Glaceon.
I just remembered the whichever cat came out of the rain. So she is
Persian.
also a wet Pokemon.
Both Persian and Liepard were soaking wet.
It was a tag team. The cat burglars.
The cat barglers.
We're cooked.
I,
There's too
I,
many
I'm,
people.
I am saying this out loud, and everyone's just staring at me.
Okay, well, everyone.
Hold on,
I
you
mean,
don't
like
even know
Karen
that
and
they were wet. I haven't said this information.
oh,
Yeah,
they.
everyone else is downstairs, so nobody actually heard you except for the people in the the office.
So I would have to ask Chris to tell me something that I don't know.
Yep,
Let's see how this goes.
this
Yep.
doesn't end well.
Okay,
It doesn't sound like it.
so
The cat
right.
burglars are gonna get away with it.
Okay. So, I assume you guys are going downstairs. Karen at this point has left, seemingly out of boredom.
I feel like you're
Yes,
trying
I'm
to
going to
draw
continue
attention
saying
to that detail over and over again, but I'm gonna ignore it because I feel like that's a red herring. I doubt she would actually murder some. Also, how would she then become unconscious on herself? Like, that doesn't make sense. So I feel like she's not the murderer.
I'm half convinced that I myself am not the murderer.
Only half
Great.
convinced.
Only half. I
Only
have
half.
to find some good evidence.
Hmm,
Blah blah.
I see.
Next thing
Okay.
you're gonna say, you find like a torn cloth or something.
So you guys find a Pikachu suit sitting on the ground.
Is it yellow?
No, in fact, it's purple. For some reason. I don't know what I'm saying.
Purple,
Are you
purple.
guys going back down to the auditorium?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I don't think there's
Okay,
anything else of note.
everyone is sitting there ready to be interrogated or patted down or whatever you guys want to do.
Can we recite that a Gardevoir statue was stolen? And we're
Sure.
needing to. We
Sure.
need everyone to turn out their pockets and stuff. Or we're
Okay.
not having to.
Did you say that, or
Chris,
are you saying this
yeah,
above board?
okay. Zeal goes down and says, everyone, Karen's golden Gardevoir statue has been stolen. We need everyone to turn out their pockets and get a pat down.
Veronica looks at you because she's being really moody, and she's like, "Oh yeah, and anyone has pockets big enough to hold a giant statue?"
Wait. I do want to say something. How big is the statue? Like, you said it's
Uh,
trophy size, so
yes, it's like a
it's
foot tall, so it would not fit in pockets.
So
But
it's
but
half
you
of my
can hide
height.
it.
but I will say I love the idea of the thief trying to be sneaky, and there's just like a 15-foot stretched pocket that's strapping behind them.
I want to say like they could hide it underneath like a tablecloth. Like whenever you're saying like there was a concert, for some odd reason, I was thinking like some ball, like a like a
Mm,
dance ball.
Yeah, that's basic kind of what I imagine. It's like a ballroom, but with like a bunch of tables around. I've just been calling it the auditorium. For...
Yeah, because I'm thinking they're like underneath one of the
Yeah. You've got the right idea.
tables.
That's what I've been imagining. I've been calling it auditorium. I guess it's a little bit misleading, but I've imagined it as like a ballroom with a bunch of circular tables. It technically is an auditorium, but like not like a
Call it a
theater
lunchroom.
auditorium.
It's much less confusing.
It's a, I'm calling it a ballroom with tables. A
A
table room.
ballroom table. How are people supposed to dance? I,
Top of the
I'll
tables.
I'll stop.
I
So
don't. I don't think people dance with metal music. So what are you saying?
we so Zeal goes up to them and says, "Do you know where the Golden Gardevoir statue is?" And asks them to turn out pockets or just because
Veronica. Yeah,
I'm
Veronica.
assuming they have some sort of clothing or something.
I don't
Or
usually
some
imagine them with clothing, but
okay.
Veronica, who's being extremely moody with you, is like, "Oh yes, because the murderer will just straight up show you that they're the murderer and show you the statue. We're not stupid, you know."
Well, neither am I, and I threaten you, so I can't be the murderer.
I would beg to differ, actually. I think threatening someone with a knife asking for their name is quite stupid indeed.
Well, if I just murder someone, I wouldn't be dumb enough to threaten a person and let them live.
Can you say that again? Sorry, my brain didn't work fast enough for me to understand your ingenious.
Is this
I
we're playing
genuinely did
4D
not.
chess out here.
okay?
I
Uh,
genuinely did not understand what you said. You were.
okay.
I did not understand it.
I I wouldn't I wouldn't threaten someone, or I wouldn't murder someone and not kill someone I threatened after I just murdered. Fuck,
So
you got me confused. I would
I.
not threaten someone after killing someone. There.
So once you murder someone, you're never allowed by law to threaten someone. What kind of sense does that make?
I'm not talking about the law, I'm talking about me being suspicious, which I am not helping with.
Look, this conversation is going in circles. I don't have a statue on me, and you can check me if you want, but I ain't got anything, and neither does anyone else here.
I just pull a knife out of my cloak, just out of nowhere, and start. I'm actually no.
What?
Scratch that. Scratch that.
Start
I
waving a
What the
knife
flip?
around.
I was gonna say I'm gonna start like doing the beep 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 noise like with a metal detector, but I'm just gonna stop threatening this Lucario.
I just love he just made a whole speech like, if I killed someone, I would never threaten them afterwards. Pulls out a knife and threatens everybody.
No, just the Lucario. I have not threatened anyone else.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay,
I don't know why Zeal has such a thing against this Lucario.
because you fucking put a knife up to her throat and like, what's your name?
I don't know. I'm going crazy.
I feel like
Oh.
this. I feel like this would have gone off way better if I was interrogating people.
Well, you were running in the hallways.
And
Actually,
Uh,
I'm going to give the knife to the child and have
okay,
him threaten
so
people.
okay, Chris has a knife now.
Here
yes,
goes, Chris. Go interrogate people, and I'll just be walking up around the.
God, someone please make a. I might do it myself actually. Make a picture of just like it's just like a comic, or it's just like Zeal handing Chris a knife. Go threaten someone, please. Go interrogate them, just hands on the knife.
Go
I love that
interrogate
image.
people, sweetie. And I'm like, what the flip? Me going.
Okay.
God, my
Anyway.
jaw. I
Okay.
can't.
What's Chris
Immediately-
doing with this knife?
Immediately upon holding the knife, Chris realizes, dang, this is heavy. And sets down the knife. And then
Okay.
just says, Can we just all get along? I want to figure out who this murderer is. And you all are being stupidly stubborn about it.
And Veronica's like, look, kid, I don't have anything against you, but the murderer's not going to come out and tell us that they're the murderer, obviously. Why do you think we would be? Why do you think we're stubborn? We're not the murderer here.
So you
But
Zeal
I
pops in.
don't.
Zeal
hold
pops
on.
in. So you admit that there's a group of murderers.
Veronica rolls her eyes.
And he runs away.
Okay, Zeal's gone. All right. Is Chris doing an investigation, an interrogation?
I don't think we have much to go off of. I don't.
You guys have every single person to interrogate. You
Yeah,
have so
I
much to
know.
do.
I don't think we interrogated one person.
You interrogated. You barely interrogated Blobbert. You got Veronica's name.
Hold on. Here's what I'm gonna ask. So I'm gonna walk up to Murder the Glaceon. I'm gonna ask, where were you whenever the murder happened?
Well, I was sitting here, literally directly next to you, and I was not murdering, and I was enjoying the show, and like having fun, and then the lights all went out. And then someone started screaming my name, and I realized it wasn't actually my name. Someone was screaming about murder.
Oh, God. I can't.
That's a pretty airtight alibi. There's no way they could have ran during whenever the lights were out conveniently. But then again,
Wait,
how
how
would
long
they be
was
able to
the
turn
lights
off
out?
the lights?
I'm gonna say the lights out were for like a solid minute, like a good 60 seconds.
Okay, so to get down from the auditorium, through the crowd of people, up the stairs, and find their way all through the dark, I highly suspect it's not me, any of the band members. It could be the Buizel. We still don't know.
It could be me. How would I stumble through the dark, though?
That'd be really funny, judging by the fact that I'd learned about your character like 2 minutes before we started recording.
You can work it in, trust.
We'll figure it out.
I feel like... hold on. Wouldn't Chandelure make light?
I'm gonna say
so
yeah.
Wouldn't we know if they stayed on stage?
I'm gonna say you did see Chandelure's light on stage.
Well,
That
it-
makes
so we
sense.
can rule out
How
them.
bright is it? 'Cause
I'm gonna say it's not bright, but it's light enough that it's you'll
It's
see
light.
it if it's
the
pitch
room was
black.
pitch black, you're gonna see it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that's what
'cause-
I'm getting at.
Because if Chandelure is the drummer, I do remember that they're in the back, so we should be able to see the shadows of at least the band people.
I'm gonna say that's a
Could
little
that be
bit harder to
pushing it?
discern. That's pushing it a little bit. I'm gonna say no. Ah,
Sure. What the fuck are we doing?
I feel like
you're
if I
threatening
interrogate
people with
any of-
knives,
if I-
obviously.
If I interrogate
think
any of the
we've-
band members, they're literally just gonna say I was on stage. Like, that's not gonna get me anywhere. They're just gonna say, "Oh, I was on stage." Ooh, doo, 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 doo.
I mean, you could
like-
try. I mean, ask one of the band members. You haven't tried that yet.
I'm gonna ask the Typhlosion because he seems like he's been
Okay.
calling all the shots with the band, and I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna say,
Okay, so
And
Yeah,
and
go on.
you, where were you whenever the lights went out and it was all dark and scary and the murder probably took place?
I was on stage. Do 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 do.
Wow, that went just about as I thought.
Sorry, I had to do it. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, that was
Good.
that's a lot of
That's
information I gained from that.
You can continue interrogating them. That was just a joke I threw out there.
But
Okay,
he
then
was
what's
on
his
the
actual
stage.
answer?
Oh.
Yeah. So as you ask him that, he's just like, "Well, I was on stage. The lights went out. We stopped playing, and then I didn't have my flames out, so I didn't create any light. And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he's a fire
Very
type.
interesting. I'm gonna note that down.
anyway, yeah, I was on stage. Just ask the others. I mean, you were literally watching me.
So I think the only people that we have like zero clue where they were is the Wigglytuff. Wait, we're just passing over that Wigglytuff was covered in blood, right?
It has a bruise on her head.
Oh, wait, I thought you said she was in a pool of blood, but then
No, that's
got up.
No,
Pansage,
that
not a
was
Wigglytuff.
Pansage.
How many times can you get that wrong?
Ay,
We're cooked.
ay, ay, ay.
You
I-
literally
yes.
assigned a child and a person who is a psychopath to solve
Yeah,
a murder.
Yeah, who assigned these detectives, by the way?
We are detectives. We're random people. Why are we investigating
Random people
this?
who are
Where
trying
are
to
the
solve a
police?
mystery.
The police are
We're in the
on
middle
their
of the
way.
forest.
How about this? We tell everyone to lock themselves in the dungeon, and we're just gonna stay here until the police get here. That's it.
Okay, you hear a telephone ringing, like an old-timey telephone ringing on the side of the room.
Oh, guess the
Zeal will
police aren't
pop up.
coming anymore.
I guess
Zeal will pop
telephones are a thing only in this mansion, by the way.
Oh yeah, I remember talking about cell phones in the Christmas.
Is anyone picking up the telephone?
Zeal will pick up
Oh,
the
I thought
telephone.
one of the taller.
Okay.
I thought one of the taller people were gonna do that.
So Zeal picks up the telephone, and this is what you hear. Hello, this is the fire chief. All the police have died on the way to the mansion. Have fun. Click.
What the fuck? What the fuck is
Okay,
this
so
episode?
now we need to look for somebody who can tap into the.
Well,
Hold on,
I'm
if
not
this is
gonna let
the
you
only
guys
telephone-
wait this out. You guys are solving this
If-
murder, okay?
Hold on,
There's
if
no
this is the
police
only
coming.
telephone, if this is the only telephone, what's on the other end?
The police chief, obviously.
You said fire chief.
Did I say-
You did. You said the fire chief.
Oh god.
I don't know what he's doing there, but
Okay.
The fire chief is the murderer. He killed all the police.
Oh, fucking Christ. Oh,
we're
Jesus.
doomed.
The fire chief was in control of the police for some reason.
Oh,
I'm not
Oh,
gonna question
God.
it.
Oh,
at this point, question everything. Let's start questioning.
God. I'm trying
murder.
to plug a plot hole.
I think
Yeah, I
you
love how you
raised-
tried to plug a plot hole and then you created like two.
It's a Hydra. You cut
Oh,
one down,
fucking
3 more up
Christ.
here.
Okay.
Okay,
Look,
let's
guys,
solve a
this is.
murder.
We're gonna solve a murder next time. We need to wrap this episode up. It's going a little bit over time, and I want this to last a couple of episodes. So, thank you guys
At
for
this
listening.
rate, oh,
At this
sorry.
rate, nope. Go on.
At
What do you
this-
got to say?
At this rate, I think we're gonna have it longer than the actual podcast.
Uh-huh.
We're
I
gonna
think-
have a season dedicated to each character where we can interrogate them at this point.
At this point, I will say I think I'm right on track with the 3 or 4 episodes thing. So
Oh,
I don't know. I
dang.
guess we'll find out. Okay, cool. We will see you guys next time. Do you guys got anything to add before I close this out?
I will try to not threaten any more people next episode. But
But
no
that's
promises.
no fun.
I love my character.
Oh my
Chris is
god.
best kid.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you guys next time. Hey guys, Dakota here. For the end section, I'm gonna start putting these at the end of the episodes, at least when I edit them, because I know a lot of people skip over them, and well, it's a lot easier for me just to stick it at the end than it is for me to cut the episode up and then smush the midsection in there. So I think from here on out, I'm gonna start doing the midsections as end sections, so it's just more convenient for everybody. Anyway, go to our Discord and stuff down below, blah blah blah. You already know about that. As for music, we have a pretty long list right here. So, this compilation was created by Kishnobi on YouTube, KSHNOBI, and it contains the following: Mansion, Basement from Luigi's Mansion 3, Sticky Situation from Luigi's Mansion 2, Boilerworks Drainage Control from Luigi's Mansion 3, Treacherous Mansion from Luigi's Mansion 2, Luigi Ghost Mansion Gate from Nintendo Land, Grand Lobby Tension from Luigi's Mansion 3, Mezzanine Suspense from Luigi's Mansion 3, Haunted Towers from Luigi's Mansion 2, Bogmire Battle by Luigi's Mansion. Can you see the pattern here? Scare Scapper, Capture the Ghost but from Luigi's Mansion 3, Title Theme from Luigi's Mansion 2, Paranormal Productions Horror Set from Luigi's Mansion 3, Distant Piano from Luigi's Mansion 2, Fitness Center from Luigi's Mansion 3, Twisted Sweets Ghost Theme from Luigi's Mansion 3, Secret Mine from Luigi's Mansion 2, Paranormal Productions City Set from Luigi's Mansion 3. Could have sworn I said that one already. Oh well. Secret Mine from Luigi's Mansion 2, Paranormal Productions City Set from Luigi's Mansion 3, Master Suite Tension from Luigi's Mansion 3, Gallery from Luigi's Mansion 1, R.I.P. Suites Suspense from Luigi's Mansion 3, King Boo's Illusion from Luigi's Mansion 2, The Great Stage, The Great Hall from Luigi's Mansion 3, and Mansion, Luigi Humming from Luigi's Mansion. I really wish these were ordered in by which game they came from, but they are not, so sorry about that. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you guys next time.